What if most of your suffering came from a single illusion? The illusion that you are the one who has to control everything. Control the future. Control events. Control people. Control your own life. We live in a civilization that has replaced trust in God with trust in man. And yet, the more we try to control everything, the more anxious, restless, and spiritually exhausted we become. The saints taught a forgotten truth. Peace is not born from control. It is born from surrender. When you stop desperately clinging to your own will and learn to entrust yourself completely to Christ, something inside you dies. But it is precisely in that death that true life begins. In this video, we will explore 6 things that happen when you stop belonging to the world and begin truly trusting in God. Watch until the end, because one of these truths may be exactly what your soul needs today. Before we continue, if you are tired of the noise of this world and are searching for content that nourishes the soul rather than the ego, join this community. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We are not chasing the latest spiritual trends. We are seeking the ancient path, the path of the saints, the martyrs, the monks, and all those who chose Christ over the world. And if this message resonates with your heart, leave a comment below. Lord, teach me to trust in you. Your testimony may encourage someone who is fighting a silent battle. We live in a world that teaches us to trust ourselves. Build your future. Follow your heart. Take control of your life. But where has all that control led us? Why are we more anxious than ever? Why are we afraid of tomorrow? Why do we feel empty even when we seem to have everything? The truth is that man was never created to carry the weight of his own existence. He was created for God. And as long as we continue to rely on our own strength, we will remain slaves to fear, restlessness, and despair. But when you stop belonging to the world and completely entrust your life to Christ, something changes. Not outside, inside. Here are 6 things that happen when you learn to trust God completely. 1. You find peace in the midst of the storm. The world seeks peace by eliminating pain. Christ gives peace in the midst of pain. The circumstances may remain the same. The bills, the sickness, the disappointments, the uncertainty. But your heart stops being shaken, because you come to understand a truth the world has forgotten. You are not in control, and that is not a tragedy. It is a liberation. When you accept that God governs what you cannot control, fear begins to lose its grip. 2. You no longer need to see the entire road. Modern man wants guarantees. He wants to know what will happen tomorrow, a year from now, 10 years from now. But God rarely reveals the entire path. He reveals the next step. Faith is not about seeing. Faith is about following. Many times what appears to be a closed door is actually protection. What looks like defeat is preparation. And what feels like silence is God working in secret. 3. Fear begins to lose its power. Fear is one of the strongest chains that keeps man in bondage. Fear of failure. Fear of suffering. Fear of being abandoned. Fear of death. But those who trust in Christ discover something greater than fear. The presence of God. The saints were not courageous because they felt no fear. They were courageous because they loved God more than they feared the world. And when the soul fixes its gaze upon Christ, the waves do not disappear, but they no longer rule over it. 4. You stop carrying burdens that were never yours. Many people are exhausted, not because of work, not because of responsibilities, but because they are trying to be the God of their own lives. They want to control every outcome, predict every problem, solve every situation. But no human being was created for that. Christ says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden." Trust means letting go. It means laying your burden at the foot of the cross. 5. Trials become a school of the Spirit. No one enjoys suffering, but God uses what the world tries to avoid. Trials, humiliations, waiting, dark nights of the soul, because it is there that pride is broken. It is there that we learn how to truly pray. It is there that we discover that Christ is enough. Gold is refined by fire. So is the soul. 6. You begin to see God at work. When you stop relying entirely on yourself, you begin to recognize the hand of God. In the details, in encounters, in obstacles, even in suffering. Many people look for spectacular miracles. But the greatest miracle is a transformed heart. A heart that moves from fear to trust, from despair to hope, from selfishness to love. This is the true power of God. Conclusion. The world will tell you to believe in yourself. Christ invites you to die to yourself. The world promises freedom through autonomy. Christ offers freedom through surrender to God. The question is simple. Who will you trust? Your own limited strength, or the God who holds the universe in his hands? Because in the end, the peace you are searching for is not found in control. It is found in surrender. And perhaps today is the day you stop belonging to the world and finally begin to belong to Christ.